Hey guys, welcome back. So today's makeup is a simple makeup look that can be worn by anybody to an Indian wedding or any event. We've got so many weddings coming up that we wanted to do something that was simple, quick, and really easy to do at home. I'm using all of Davina's products, who's my cousin and she's the model today. And we're starting first by priming her eyelids. I'm using the Maybelline Color Tattooing Creme de Nude. I'm just using my fingers to apply this. You can use a brush. But if you're doing it on yourself, finger the easiest way to apply it really. And then using the Makeup Revolution Salted Caramel palette, I'm going in with this light tone brown shade with a fluffy brush into the crease. And I'm just blending this through. I am creating a very slight flick at the end, as you can see, but I'm just blending it through so it's very soft. And I'm bringing that colour all the way around to the inner corner as well. And then for the main lid colour, I'm going in with this gold shade. It's almost like an orangey gold. Very similar to Amber Lights by MAC, but not as orange as Amber Lights. And then for the outer corners, I'm going in with that dark chocolate brown. And on the same blending brush that I used at the start, I'm just deepening up the outer corner. And I'm doing it in almost like a flicking motion. So I'm pressing the brush down on the corner and then just dragging it in. And I'm going to do the same for the other side. So first applying that gold shade all over the lid. And you can go as heavy as you want with this gold. You can even foil it, so wet your brush and then use it. It will be more intense. And then going back in with that dark brown just to intensify the outer corner. And if you want it more smoky, you can add black or even go heavier with the brown. And then for the brow highlight, I'm using the shimmer highlight in the palette. And just using the same brush as I used to apply the main eyeshadow color. And just popping that onto the brow bone. And then using the first blending brush, just making sure that there's no harsh lines on her eye. And then just lining her eyeliner, just lining her upper lid with the Maybelline gel liner in black, and I'm creating a small flick with this. So this makeup look is very simple, but you can use all the same eyeshadows and intensify the look if you want it a little bit stronger. Davina wanted something that was simple, wearable, easy to do, and so that's what I've done here. And then for the face, I'm starting out with a primer, which this is almost like a moisturizer for her as well. This is just the Nivea post-shave balm, and it's for sensitive skin. Davina's got normal skin, so yeah, this is just to keep the makeup on for longer, to make it last longer. Then for foundation, I'm using the Mehron cream foundation here. She bought herself two shades, the Eurasia Japanaise and Chinois. So I'm using the lighter of the two just in the center part of her face, so under her eyes, around her mouth, on her chin, down the bridge of her nose. I don't know if that's actually been cut out, but down the bridge of her nose. And then here, I don't know why the nose bit got cut out, but I applied the darker shade on the sides of her nose and along the contours of her face. Now the lighter shade is almost her skin tone. It might be a fraction lighter than her skin tone, and the dark shade is obviously too dark, but in combination it works perfectly for her. And this is probably one of the easier ways to do it, just to get it all to blend together. So just placing the product where I want it. I'm using the lighter one as if it were the right shade for her, and then I'm going in with a stipple brush. I'm sorry it keeps going in and out of focus, but I'm using a Durafiber brush here. This is by Morphe. And I'm just pushing the product into the skin. I'm not too worried about combining the dark with the light, because to be fair, that's probably the best way to get the exact skin tone for her. But I am just pushing the product in. I'm not moving it around too much, but especially around the areas where there's dark and light meeting, I am blending that in completely, like you can see me do here. And this foundation, it is full coverage. She's got good skin, so she doesn't really need much. Although it looked like I applied a lot, I really didn't. This foundation a little bit just goes a long way. For under the eye, I'm using my own Makeup Revolution palette in the shade Banana to set under her eyes. She's got to buy hers yet, but I'm just using my one to set under her eyes. And then I'm going to use the same Banana shade down the bridge of her nose and on her forehead, above her lips, and on her chin. So basically the center part of her face. If you're using the same foundation, it can be a little bit dry if you keep it on the face too long, so you may want to spray the face with some Fix Plus or rose water or something before you blend the foundation out. But here I'm using the Sleek Face Form palette in medium, and I'm using the contour shades just to apply this where I applied the darker foundation. And doing it this way also helps blend in the light and the dark shade as well. So where there's a transition, using the powder product helps blend the two in together even further. Using the same contour shade on the sides of her nose, but using a tapered blending brush for that. And then using the bronzer shade just above the contours. And this does have a glow to it, but you know, with Debbie, she's so young, she's 22, I want to say. Yeah, this looks really good on her. And then as a highlight, I'm using the same palette. I'm going in with a center shade and just highlighting the tops of her cheekbones. And using the same brush to do this. I'm using my finger to apply the highlight on her nose, but I'm just applying it on the slimmest part of her nose, and then using the same highlight and applying it on the Cupid's bow. And then going in with the two brown shades, the orange and the chocolate brown, and applying this on her lower lash line. And I'm using like a tapered flat blending brush because I want it to be very soft. And then for a pop of color, now you could replace this with any color at all based on your outfit. She loves this blue and I wanted to use it in this makeup look, so I'm just applying that blue along her lash line. But you could swap this for absolutely any color that you wanted. And then for the inner corner highlight, I'm using the same highlighter from the palette that I used under her brow bone, and I'm just applying this onto the inner corner. I've used the same brush that I used the blue with, but I did clean it off. But you want a small brush to get into the inner corners. And then going in with that first brush that we used under the eye, and I'm just blending it through. And then for the lips, I'm using the Sleek Matte Me Lip Cream in Velvet Slipper. And just applying that. A liquid lipstick like this is great because it's so long wearing. And then for blush, I'm using the center shade of the Sleek Blush by 3 palette in Lace. Again, this has got a bit of shimmer to it, but it looks good. The whole glow thing comes through really nice. And then I felt the edges of the contour on her nose were a bit harsh. I'm just going in with my fingers just to blend that through. Then applying some mascara. Davina's not too bothered about false lashes. She's not one that's going to wear them, so just going in quite heavy with the mascara. But a few more coats wouldn't have harmed. And applying this to the top and the bottom lashes. And then just to complete the look, we're using a kohl pencil on the lower rim of the eye, on the lower waterline. With that, the look is complete. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any requests, then again, leave them in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to film them. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all next week. Bye!